want to make this really, really quick. I wanted us this month to connect on a much larger level than we've connected over the past months, because this month is I'm just really excited about and Caretha knows this because we've been in this together, and we've been in the trenches, ups, downs together, and I'm really seeing a true transformation in the team and the type of people who are coming in, the drive of the people who are coming in, and I'm truly believing that we're walking into a season of promotion. And a season of promotion in this business is like harvest season, which means it's like the most amount of work that you'll do, but it's the biggest that you'll reap, right? And so I'm excited that you guys are a part of those workers. And I really wanted us to just be able to connect the pieces so that we can all understand that even though we have our individual businesses, and so even for the people who are watching the replay, you'll still be able to connect to this conversation. But I want all of us to be able to connect to know, like, what do I mean to my business partner, right? And so sometimes as we work our individual businesses, even for myself, I either don't know or I forget what I mean to my business partners. Hold on. What we mean, I don't know, she's like whistling. I don't even know what she is doing over there. Anyway, but what we mean to our business partners, and I think that it's hugely important, because we get to be a part of a business where not only do we personally win, but we get to be a direct connection to someone else winning. So it's literally like your part in changing the world. Like, I literally think that I'm a world changer, right? And so everybody on this call is in the position to be a world changer, and it only takes one person's life that you change to be a world changer. Because when you can impact one life, it's everyone in their family, and this is like a trickle effect. So everybody on this call is a world changer. And so I want us to make the connection this month on how not only am I going to win bigger than I've ever won, because that's one of my goals for the team this month, is to have record-breaking volume. Right? If we have record-breaking volume, that means that our team is going to have record-breaking commission checks, record-breaking whole nother level points. So that's what it means. So I just want to connect you guys all with our team goal, and then also make sure you understand what you mean to Caretha, to Andrea, myself, and everything, and how your wins, how all of our wins are just like all compacted together. Right? I don't know if you got to see, if you're in the Christmas Hustle group, you probably got to hear my analogy of if I had a physical ladder, a physical ladder, and Harriet's like, okay, Keisha, I need you to help push me up this ladder. We'll work it out somehow, Harriet. I don't know, I'm stronger than I look. And I had to physically push you up the ladder, unless I had like some expendable arms, I would literally have to walk up the ladder with you in order to push you up into the ladder. So that means eventually both of us will be to the position of elevation, because I had to push you up the ladder. And that's what I think of this business. And sometimes you're pushing someone up the ladder, but in the process, you're also elevating yourself, because you cannot elevate someone else in this business without elevating yourself. So my idea is like, man, I'm elevating Andrea to presidential, Rachel to ambassador, because I got to elevate in order to do it. I can't sit in this same spot and be there. So we're going to get down to it. So this month, Caretha, right, is going to have amazing diamond volume, and she's going to be structured to go double diamond in December. I think she's there with me. I'm sure she is. She's going to be structured to go double diamond. So do you know what that means for your team? What that means for you is that she has to have a new diamond, and she has to have an emerald. And that diamond has to have an emerald and a ruby. So we're talking a double diamond has 5 new rubies. Is that right? 5 rubies, 2 on the diamond side, 3 on the diamond side, 2 on the emerald. Yes, 5 rubies. So what that means, that just means that the team, that a lot of promotions are happening. Hi, April, how are you? Hello, she's a newbie. Hey, girl, y'all say, hey, April, hey, welcome. We're so excited to have you. You ready to do this? All right. Don't let this be intense, girl. We just talking about how we're about to make some major wins happening as a team. So kind of we're just going to talk about November. So in the month of November, what November looks like for us as a team is December 15th, everyone having the highest commission check that they've ever had. And how is that going to happen? You being committed to pushing your upline forward. And then everyone in here has an upline. So your upline may be Caretha, your upline may be Harriet, your upline may be Shalisha. You know what I mean? So pushing them forward. And so it's an act of being selfless, right? But in that moment, you don't have to forget about yourself. So Harriet, I'm calling everything out because I want us as a team to know how we're going to support each other, how we're going to wrap our arms around each other, because I want everyone to know, even when you're not promoting, it's your promotion. That's the type of team we want to be, right? That's the type of team we want to be. So Shalisha, we all fighting for your executive, right? You're going executive this month. We're all fighting for your executive. Tracy, we fighting for your executive and your Ruby. Yeah. We're fighting, like we're all fighting for each other's promotion, and that's the culture that we want to embody, that no matter who's promoting, we're fighting for it, right? Because if you want someone to fight for you, the best way to get somebody to fight for you is you to do that same action to someone else. You just reciprocate the same things that you want to come in. So I'm very good at going off track, guys. Very good at that, right? So good at it. So this month, Caretha is going to not only retain Diamond, but she's going to have the highest group volume that she's ever had. So how is that going to happen? That is going to happen by Harriet going Emerald this month, right? And so this month, we've created Emerald this month is no longer a goal, right? Everyone on here are professionals in your careers. And I know sometimes there's a difference when your boss said we have to get this done and then when it turns into a deadline. I don't know what the exact terminology or Lily, can you go upstairs with your dad? I'm sorry, it's okay. Can you go check on daddy for me? What the exact terminology is in your job, but is there a difference between this is what we're projecting to do this year, this is what the company would like to do this year, to when the moment comes and they say this is now a deadline? That's the moment that we are in our business, where it's a deadline. I'm not your boss, you're your boss, and you have that alter ego within you that's saying, okay, now that it's a deadline. I'm sorry, excuse me. Yes. She has not wanted me all day until this very moment. Guys, sorry about that. Some guys get it. This is real life. Even if you have your dogs like that, Caretha. This is real life. So Harriet, you're going Emerald this month. And so how this is going to happen. So are you guys it's going to tick to you how everyone's win is inside of their upline's win, right? So Harriet, you're going Emerald this month. So what does that mean for the rest of the team? Dee, you're not on here, but you have got to go Ruby this month. That goal has turned into an amazing deadline that you're going to hit. Now we have Shalisha on here. Shalisha, you are going to go executive this month. And I know that you and I have chatted, on Messenger back and forth a little bit of what that means, but you are going to go executive this month. And I want you to tell yourself, write it on the mirror somewhere and say, I'm executive, and turn that goal into a pure deadline, right? And so April, this is so exciting because this month we get to focus on you hitting basically we want to make sure we can help you make $500 by December 15th. And it's all wrapped into the steps to success because you came in on a perfect time where we have these point system. So I really want you to have the mind like, okay, this month, my focus, I'm focused to just grinding it out because I am going to take this business that I started less than 30 days ago and I'm going to bring at least $500 in, right? It's going to take some, let me put my head down and let me just duplicate what they say. So basically, we'll send you a video of what it talks about and how you'll play a part in Shalisha. But what's so amazing is while you're focusing on you winning, your win has to happen so Shalisha's win can happen. Without your win, it does not happen, right? So I want you to think of it as I'm focusing on me winning, but if I don't accomplish my win, Shalisha can't accomplish hers either, right? Isn't that kind of, it's pressure, but it's kind of cool. Like I get to win for myself, but if I don't win, I'm holding someone back, okay? Wanda, the same thing for you as with April. Your win is us making sure that we can help you get as many points as you absolutely can this month, getting those whole nother level points. And again, your win is connected to Harriet's win. And without your win, Harriet's win will not happen. And so, of course, as your mentor, she'll be right there with you to help you do it. So Tracy, you're going to double promote. And I feel like I've known you for a long time. But you are going to double promote this month. And of course, you have an amazing mentor who's going to give you everything that she needs. But you know that. You guys have been friends for years. But your Ruby promotion will be awesome for you, but it's going to be awesome for Caretha as well. And so this retention and this record-breaking volume is all tied into all of you making these individual goals, right? There are some other people who aren't on here like Nikki, Cora, maybe some other people. You really want you guys focusing on getting as many points as you can and knocking out those steps, right? I want everyone to write down the number 400. 400, write it down in your mind, write it down big, 400. 400. There's a video that I'm going to send to Caretha, and I think specifically for April and Wanda to watch it, and why it's so important for us to accomplish 400 by the 15th and what it means for you and what it can give for you. And this month is bigger than ever, right? Because that 400 by the 15th can generate a bonus for you every week. You know, by accomplishing that, it can generate a bonus for you, right? So just dig into all of the resources and everything. Oh, she has it. You know which video I'm talking about. Perfect. So she'll send those videos to you. So that's the idea of what will happen this month. So if this can be accomplished, when this is accomplished this month, to walk into December to say that this team is going to go double diamond is not far-fetched. It's not far-fetched, but it's going to take all of us saying that I am committing to the role that I play, and I am fully aware that my win is connected to someone else's win, and without my win, another win cannot happen. I always said I don't want to be that person that says, oh my gosh, that person did not win just because I did not win, and it just makes me feel so terrible, right? Like, man, if I had to just focus on my win and understood that it's kind of like you guys ever seen on the Scatterbrain? The relay race when the girl dropped the baton. You guys remember that in the Olympics? She dropped it. I don't know who it was, but there was one particular race where she dropped it, right? At that very moment when she dropped the baton, the chances of them winning dropped dramatically. It dropped dramatically because that one thing that she needed to do, she just needed to take this and run it to the next person, but she wasn't efficient and she didn't get it done. And for that reason, they didn't win that race because that one person, they started strong, they even ended strong because she still was fast, but that dropping of that baton messed up the whole thing. And so that's, an analogy of what this means. So I'm super excited about this month. Everybody understand the point system and what they can do for you? Yes? Okay. Perfect. So what does anybody want to ask me? Like, you guys have any questions or anything you'd like me to touch on? But I really just want us to be connected, and I want us to cheer each other on, and really, stay prayed up this month, and find something that you're willing to give up, right? That you're willing to give up that you're just willing to give up, that can free up some of your time. Also that you can look up as a reward, right? If there's a TV show that you like, say, you know what, I'm not gonna watch this TV show until I send 30 messages. Or I'm not gonna have a glass of wine till I sign a loyal customer. Like whatever it is, like find something, find something that will push you, you know what I mean? That will push you to that next level, because there's something so great behind this, because all of us join this business for whatever our individual reasons are. But, so it's like, don't lollygag around with it, right? Like this is like real life, right? When you see someone, they're making like $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 a month, you have to put yourself in the mind space and say, there's nothing different about me than them. I have the exact same product, right? The exact same compensation plan. There's no person who like graduated top of their class at Harvard and because of that they got to start in the presidential diamond. Nobody. No matter who you are, what your education is, where you came from, what your status is, which whatever, you had to start at the same place. And that right there is like, if nothing else pushes you, then that should. Like every single person starts there with the same compensation and the very same product, which means we all have the capacity to do what anyone does in this business. It's just now the only factor that's different is ourselves. So anybody have any questions? But you guys want to make it really quick? No? Who's excited about their promotion? Can Caretha make some collages or no? Oh, okay. Y'all don't waste Caretha's time. She's busy. She's really good. So she's gonna make a Ruby collage, some executive collages. Harry, you're gonna work on Dee's collage. Dee, you're gonna work on Shalisha's collage. We're gonna do this. April and Juan about to get these shopping sprees. They're about to get 5 customers. They're gonna get 5 customers this week. So by November 16th, you'll have an extra $100. You want to have an extra $100 by November 16th? Get 5 customers. That's it. Maybe you want 200. So on and so forth. So the money is there. So catch yourself when you say, man, I ain't got no money to get this tire fixed, or I ain't got no money to do this. Smack yourself on the hand like that real quick. I even have to do it to myself. You know what I mean? When I say I don't have some money to do something, I do. I just have to earn it. Right? It's like right there. Like as much money as you want to make from Friday to Friday, you absolutely can. Right? And so one exercise I want you guys to do is think about what you want your check to be December 15th. And don't be scared. You don't have to say it out loud, but don't be scared of that first number that comes to your mind. That first number that comes to your mind. And approximately how many hours does it take you to make that at your day job? On approximately. So, if you want an extra, $1,000, like approximately how many hours would you have to work to make that $1,000? And let that kind of gear you. The great thing about this business is you can sometimes make more money in half the time, but let that gear you. Don't be willing to work 20 hours for a certain amount and not be willing to work 20 hours in your business to do it. Make sense? Y'all excited? All right. So you guys will hear from me this month. And it's going to be great. We're going to do this. I've been talking to God, and I said, man, I know I have a great team, but eSuite does not show it as much as I know it. That kind of rhymed. I did not plan that, guys. April thinks I'm so corny. She keeps like laughing. It's giving me the thumbs up. Like I'm not corny, not just a little tiny bit. Okay, and that's why I said it's time for eSuite to show the type of team that we have, and I am fully aware, and I'm fully in the place that we are transforming into the season of a promotion season. It has been a long year. I'll tell you guys a little bit about myself before we get off. I have not promoted in over a year, but I am okay with it. Let me tell you why, because every single month there's been a promotion on the team. Every single month, someone on the team has promoted in some way since that year, right? I didn't know it then, but I know it now. But when I wanted to promote to Triple Diamond, I was not ready for Triple Diamond. I was not ready for the income that it would bring me. I was not ready for the amount of lives that I had to be impacted by. I wasn't ready for it, right? But I'm now finally at the point where I can recognize that I wasn't ready then. Now I can recognize it, and I know what I really need to be, and that's how I know that we're about to walk into this, and it's gonna be like this. And so I'm excited for you guys to be a part of it, right? Because I already know the position that I will hold in the company, and I already know that the team that's attached, we're gonna do great things, and now we're about to start walking in it. So get ready, here it comes. Okay. Y'all got any questions? Anybody want to talk? What, Tracy? You gonna say something?
I just unmuted everybody, so y'all got free reign.
Oh, see, I thought you unmuted yourself. That's why I said free reign. Harriet, you the emerald. You got anything? Go ahead, Tracy.
I have a problem like closing. I have so many people that are just like, oh, let me know, I'm down, I'm ready, whatever, and just closing. I can't seem to just like, oh, I can set stuff now. They're like, oh, just give me the information. I'm like, so I just pull out my phone. I'm like, it's right here.
I think sometimes with the close, it has to do with the question that we asked before, right? So sometimes we ask a question where they're able to answer, well, I'll get back with you. right? The question, sometimes we need to end with the question that you only can respond yes or no. So I probably would send more screenshots, a lot more screenshots to Caritha. Like a lot. Like a lot where she'd be like, oh my gosh, she
It
sent
had
me another
started
one.
coming up when I came down. That's why I came on.
And so, and that's the thing, because in the beginning, the close is hard for everyone. The close is still the hardest part. So a couple things with closing is getting them on the phone, so you don't have to take the phone call by yourself. The question that you ask at the end. So sometimes I simply ask them, are you ready? Are you in? Can I call you to get you started? Right? Questions that will promote a very clear answer. Because when we give a beat around the bush answer, we get a beat around the bush, question, and we get the answer that's the same way. So I would send some screenshots to Caritha so she can show you how you can open the conversations back up, and how we can go ahead and go in and close. And sometimes it has to do with the relationship. If it's a person that you're close to, you just say it. Like, what's up? We doing this or are we not? Right? And then understand the process. I always tell people, remember when you were on the other side of the table. Once upon a time, you were on the other side of the conversation, and start to think of some of the things that were going through your mind when you were on the other side of the conversation. And sometimes that will help you respond better to people, because you'll be like, man, once upon a time, I was the one being prospected. So what was said to me that triggered me to go ahead and say yes? Does that make sense? Because sometimes we forget, like, man, why don't nobody sign on the first time? You have to ask yourself, did you sign on the first time? And it's like, no, it took me like 2 years. So think about what happened when what did they say that triggered? You know what I mean? And so, what made it trigger? Also, if you've read Go Pro, if you started reading Go Pro or Get Over Your Damn Self, those 2 books are going to help you with that. But yeah, get the screenshot.
Share something?
Yes, please.
I would just say, I know I had one customer who actually, she went in and she did it wrong, like she did the $50 fee. So what I started using that to get people on the phone and say, hey, you know what, let me walk through it with you, because, I found that people get confused and select the $50 fee, and you do not want to pay, an extra $50. And that has kind of helped with people saying, oh yeah, let's go ahead and do it together, because I've run into that a lot too.
Yeah, that's true. But I think there's power in the phone call. We've gotten away from that. I know for me, and that's what I've been like, trying my hardest, doing my hardest to get more people on the phone, because I know if they can hear my voice and they can hear my passion, even if that is in the form of a voice message, that there's so much different, because it's easy to combat or rebuttal a person when it's a phone call, because we just don't know how they're interpreting the text message. You know what I mean? You meant it one way and they didn't read it a whole different way. Like, how did he even say it like that? Type of thing. So get some screenshots going so Caritha and even myself, we can help you close.
This is a good thing for you to do as well, April. And Wanda. I guess all the newbies. Send the screenshots.
Yep. I said it in newbie training that this is so much different than your normal day jobs and corporate jobs. In corporate jobs, asking for too much help is a sign that you're not ready for advancement, possibly, right? But in our area of business, asking for a lot of help is just a sign that you want it, right? And so the people who ask for the most help get the most help. Right. And so stay connected. If you're in that beginners boot camp group and you haven't gone through every single task, go through every single task. Right. If a resource has been sent to you and you haven't watched it, watch it. Slow it down. Take some notes. Like there is a wealth of like stuff. It's just like so much stuff out there. Right. But then just reaching out. I'm always available. I know Caritha is working and everything. If you need me, guys, just reach out to me and I'm 100% here to help, how I can. I'm just a message away, and I'll do everything that I can to help you. All right. So are we committed to these things this month? Yeah. let that nervousness and that little nervousness and fear feeling of I can't do it, use it as a little bit of fuel and just go ahead and accomplish it, because I've seen people do it and there's nothing any different about you guys, because this is the month. And so working on collages, we're doing this. Everybody's gonna ask, let me borrow $1 next month. Because everybody's gonna have an increase. The holidays are gonna be great. And then we're just gonna walk right into, some more promotions for December. But this month is just all about, getting that volume raised and, these emeralds and ruby promotions popping off. All right. Well, I really appreciated a whole lot. And anytime Caretha or anybody who want to do any grind sessions or anything, if Caretha likes this time, if you like this time, if you think it's helpful to do a quick little powwow weekly just to see where we are. And, Caretha can make that decision, but, just to see where we are with our goals, to celebrate each other, to talk about the areas of opportunity, so you guys can think about if that's something you want to do just through this month, just so we can stay connected and make sure that we are on track of the goal. That way the 25th doesn't come and we're like, okay, what we're going to do. We're going to have that urgency today so we can take it forward to the end of the month. All right.
Thank you, Keisha.
Thank you, guys.
Right quick, so if y'all want to smile.
Okay.
Okay, I think I got it.
You got it? Here, let me take one too. Caretha, you got the new iPhone?
I just ordered it.
Oh my gosh, Rachel sent me 100 text messages with pandas and unicorns and aliens. And I was like, okay, my iPhone is officially regular schmegular at this point. It's all right. I figured you guys were getting it over there at your household.
Usually I wait, but not this time.
I'm sure Jamal has it though, huh? He's checking.
He just got that red one.